We're getting there.
Oh yeah.
So we come off the old ski trail onto some powder. It's a bit harder going, but not so bad. Nice fluffy stuff. Boosh, why don't you tell the people what's going on today? What are we doing?
Well, today we're on the Voyager Trail and we're snowshoeing in on top of about 4 feet of snow. And we're going into a nice lake to fish some speckled trout and set up camp and have some fun.
What do you think the duration of our hike is till we get to our camp spot?
I figure we have at least another hour, maybe hour and a half.
We've been going for what, half hour, not even?
Half hour, 45, yeah.
Yeah. So we got some tarps. Obviously we both have our sleds. And we're relying on fire for cooking and warmth tonight. We'll set up some tarps near a rock, hopefully a big rock outcropping.
I'm hoping so.
Yep, that'd be ideal. We got some shovels so we can dig out some snow beds or benches and dig down to the ground. Should be a good time. It's negative. When I was driving here in the car, it was negative 20. What was the high today? Negative 7?
Negative 7, yeah. That's hot as it can get.
And then tonight?
Oh, I don't want to talk about tonight.
It's supposed to be around negative 20. So we're decked out. We got good enough sleeping bags. Everything will be fine. Boosh, how tall do you think that staff is you're holding?
I'd say this is probably about 4 feet.
Right. Let's show the people what the snow situation is.
Oh, oh.
No joke, eh? What's he doing?
Being graceful.
Oh man, we have to, this is on the quote-unquote trail we're supposed to be following. So we gotta clear that off before we get there with our sleds. See them fling up?
Funnest thing ever.
Well,
I'm about to get into this one.
yeah, I think that's probably pretty good.
Improvement, eh?
Yeah, I think so. We could just skirt on through there.
Neat.
Neat indeed. Good job. Bruce, look, this used to be a tree right here.
I did open up quite a bit.
Good. We keep coming to this. It's just been like ice storm after snowstorm. As you can see, there's little twigs with huge amounts of snow on them. Delicious snow. Never eat snow. Don't eat snow. Snow boosh.
Whew, we got deep.
You got deep.
Got deep. Oh. Come on.
What am I playing? Oh my, is that? That looks fun.
It's no, it's frosty.
Oh no.
Well, there's like
Maybe
bushes under here or something.
I might be able to go first and pack it. I might not push through.
That'd be cool. You're a little lighter.
Yeah, well. Did that work?
It worked. Oh, it's dead. Hey, nothing.
No, nothing at all. Dust off your shoulder.
Let's see.
There you go. Little prop stick.
Million uses for a stick.
I just did mine. Oh, look how much snow I'm carrying. This is no joke. It's 2 o'clock now. We came out of here at like 10. Getting there though. This is what's in front of us. We're at the top of a big old hill. No shortage of snow. It's taken us a lot longer than we thought that it was going to take to get into here. We've been going all day. It's just turned 3 o'clock. Have sun at the most until 6, or have light, vague light until at the most till 6, and we still have to go back down and get Bush's sled, like you just saw us get mine up here. 500 meters to the lake.
About that.
About that, and the 500 meters going the way we've been going takes a while. You know, breaking trail, knocking ice off trees so we can get through the trail. So it's going to be a mad dash for wood. The ice fishing is probably going to be like holes drilled after we already set up, or well before we set up, and just leave the rods there because we don't really have time for much. I've been snacking along the way, but water, my mouth doesn't really want to work too much. Water is a necessity. It's a lot of work.
It is.
Alright, well, we gotta get going. Gotta get going, Keenan. We have to get going. We're running out of time.
Bad.
What's that?
Bad.
Oh, she's sweet, man.
You want to do this tree and that tree? Two bigger ones? Or?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
There.
Okay, perfect.
Right.
Good call.
So we obviously didn't make it to the lake. We had to make an executive decision. How far did you hike down? Still didn't see it.
Probably another 500 meters, 600 meters, something like that.
And by our calculations, we should be there roughly around that time. You still didn't see it, so it's 10 after 4. We're losing light. There's just no option. We can't head back. It's way too far. We can't find the lake. We can't explore for the lake any further because we're not going to have any time to A, dig down, make a camp, and B, collect enough firewood to cook our food and at least warm us till it's time to go to bed. Like I said, we both have adequate gear to keep us warm. We could literally stop on the side of the trail, set up our stuff, and be fine. We have bivvies, adequate sleeping bags, everything. But what fun is that? We want to be able to sit by the fire and cook some food too, right? So that's why we're stopping where we are. We really should have done this trip in a 2-night adventure, 2-night time frame, because the first day could have been getting there. The first day was trying to get there, right? We took the whole time hiking and pulling these sleds. Big difference when you're hiking, or when you're snowshoeing, or when you're snowshoeing pulling a sled full of gear. So anyways, we're making progress on our little dugout here. Dig down, maybe set a tarp up, maybe even not, depending. But we have a backrest. We will have a front fire reflector, a spot down here to have our fire, so it doesn't just, like my last video, kind of grow out and then you'll have to deal with it after. But there's a lot of dead firewood, dead firewood. There's a lot of dead hardwood, so should be all right. Yeah. Woo! Shovels. we still have to have the fire here, and we can't have it too close if we have synthetics.
Maybe we just make a little kind of a bay there. We have the fire there, and then
Tuck back in here.
it'll tuck back in here. I might just dig this a little more so
You can lay lengthways?
yeah.
Maybe that's what I'll do too then.
And then it's almost half quinsy right now. Like if we put one on top, my other one's really big. We could just lay it in here on this, and we won't have to worry about any of the snow or anything.
Put a tarp going down, and just kind of trap the heat.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Full of the knee walls here.
Well, you want to do this? I'm gonna go get wood.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
All right.
I saw there's a wicked one right between the lodge between a few live trees there. It's staying without no bark on it or anything.
Okay.
I saw that.
All right. That sounds like it makes sense. All right.
All right.
Divvy up the chores. I'm gonna get my tools and get some firewood. Bush is gonna continue digging this thing out. Feels frozen. Seems good. All right, one small piece for fire time. Oh, don't knock my camera over. Ow, cracked on the dome.
Oh, nice.
While I was out collecting firewood, Bush was nice enough to set up this large tarp shelter. We're gonna have lots of coverage down in that pit he dug. So we're gonna have our fire pit there. It'll line itself out, but that's a good 3-4 feet there. And then we can sleep front to back, or head to toe, I mean, and then the fire there. So I got for firewood that stuff on that side, which is not really that much, but then over here we got all these guys. So it's time to cut these up in about 3-4 foot pieces and see if we have enough. Looks decent, and yeah, we don't have that much time till the sun's down, so should be pretty good. Nice and cozy in there though, man. Once we have the fire, like look at that. That all needs to be tucked up still, obviously, but lots of protection, and then the heat should funnel in underneath the tarp and keep us extra warm. We've been having crows fly around us all day. You keep hearing them, different noises. And then noises. This?
Yeah, that might be a little too much. Let's see. There we go. Maybe a little shorter to start out.
Okay. Man,
I'm sure it'll get bigger as we go.
That piece is soaked. Fun. Well, it'll burn after we have a good fire anyway. Indeed. Oh yeah, it's already warmer down here. It's 20 degrees warm.
Body heat.
So all of our firewood's all cut up, and it's time to get out the sleeping gear. And if we still have some time after this, I'm going to put the snowshoes back before it's dark. I'm going to put the snowshoes back on and hike around for a little bit more wood. But if not, we have enough and we can make it last. But I thought I'd show you guys just what we brought to stay warm in these cold temperatures. Now, moving all day, we did create sweat. We did fall into the snow quite a few times. So I know personally, my back of my legs, where the snow is getting kicked up and getting stuck here, is all wet from it melting. So Bush has got ice all over his everywhere. So it's a good idea to be able to get warm again, right, and be dry. So having the adequate gear in this time of year is probably a pretty important thing. All right. Which side do you want there?
Oh, man, I kind of...
Okay, I'll take this side. Sounds good. So we can use our sleds as a little bit of like a sidewall for wind, or even something to sit on, or a back brace. Lots of options. I chose to bring my gear in a duffel bag, which I normally do when I'm winter camping. It's easy access and holds a lot.
Thank you, sir.
No worries. And I brought my sleeping pad, right? I brought my sleeping pad.
Oh, no.
Brought my sleeping pad.
You're really tight, two guys at once.
Pulling a Joe. Alright. So, for myself, for sleeping gear, well, we're both using Thermarest. I've got a Thermarest Neo Air X-Therm, and Bush is using my Thermarest Neo Air. That one I've had for like 10 years, and she's going strong. It's like a R value of 5 or something like that. And to put everything inside, for me, I have a bivvy. This is an old REI bivvy, a minimalist. Got this for like $100, maybe, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago. Doug had it for a while, but he bought his Cocoon of Death bivvy, and now I have this one back. What sleeping bag you rocking?
Let's see. I got a Chinook. Let's see. Chinook, I'm not sure what it is. It's rated negative 10. And then I got a cheapie from the States that's rated to negative 18 Celsius. And these stuff inside each other, maybe in a bivvy sack too.
Right. And that's the same thing I'm doing. I have my negative 20, and then I have like a negative like 2 or 3 here. What is this one? Negative 2, the Phantom Spark from Mountain Hardware. So again, stuff them inside each other, and then that rating goes through the roof. Will be more than warm in this stuff. Pulling a sled lets you carry, like this stuff's not all heavy, right? Like it's all down, but it's very bulky. So pulling your stuff in a sled, all your gear in a sled is helpful for the winter time. Except for when you're trudging uphill all day both ways. 4 feet of powder. You did break trail most of the day though, I appreciate that.
No problem. No problem.
Alright, and I got a pillow. Can't leave home without it. Alright, we're gonna get camp set up. I'll get back with you. Haha. Oh, piss. I ha-ha'd him too soon. Alright, that's done. Loft up. Stuff sets together. Hands would work. There we go. Hands too cold. Excuse me. Alright, we are losing light big time. You can see the sun behind, or the moon behind me maybe. It's full moon, so we'll get some good moonlight tonight, but sun is a done. We were able to get a couple more big pieces of wood, which is great, and got a bunch of dry stuff to start the fire. We got some of these balsam firs that are wide, but at the bottom we're a little dodgy, so we're going to put them at the bottom of the fire as our platform, which will build it up quite high and give us a good head start. Peekaboosh! Hello! Dry ones here. I'll start bringing our firewood over here, I guess, so we don't have to walk.
Sounds good. Do you want me to just get this thing lit?
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good.
Sounds good. Fire's a racking. Don't go a knacking. What? Getting these snowshoes off is about the second best thing I can think of doing right now.
Oh yes.
First is eating some food. Ah! Eating some food that doesn't come in bar or nut form. Alright. Oh, things are happening. Oh man, she's breaking through.
Here. It's not gonna roll. I got it.
Okay.
Just put out the whole fire.
What?
If you put this like slide, put out the whole fire. I just give up.
Oh shit. Right? Oh, my work. All of my hard work. Oh, yes. Oh,
Need to make some galette.
Class en français.
Amazing how fire does.
Right?
It's so amazing.
A little bit of fire, a little bit of nylon on the ground.
Home.
Call it home. We could jump it.
Joe be nimble, Joe be quick.
Okie doke. So, to start off tonight's feast, we got some good old Amy's organic soups. This one's a vegetable barley. She's low in fat, vegan, low non-BPA lining. I thought it said low BPA lining. The best of the best. But anyways, I've been eating these soups with no bad repercussions. Actually, I feel pretty good. I've been having some healthy regular things going on. So, no need to put water in that one. It has the pop top, nice and easy. I do have a bunch more food, but we're gonna pace ourselves and eat over the course of a couple hours here before we go to bed. So I'm just gonna throw this on, get a slow cook on that, and then yeah, nibble. Have a little nibble on that. I got some onion and garlic, and Bush brought some potatoes. Got a small steak that we can split. I'm not gonna have too much of it, but it's organic grass-fed steak as well. So all is well. And then for the morning, this is what I've been eating in the mornings. This quia, I'm not sure how to say it. No sugar or salt added. You sweeten it to taste. I add fruit, I add blueberries. Oh yeah, I just had this on the last trip. I added apples to that. But normally I add blueberries or banana. And the 36 grams of whole grains per 38 gram serving. That's crazy. Soup is done. You got some soup on too, or are you done?
Oh yeah, I got some soup going.
Nice.
Oh, Mr. Noodles.
Soup-ish. Oh, yeah. Alright, yeah, she's done. Nice. Oh. How did it come out round like that? Was it
Was it one of those bowl?
What's that?
It was in one of the
bowls?
soup bowls, and then same size as the cup, so I just threw it in there.
Right.
I threw the soup bowl in there. I was like, why am I bringing 2 bowls?
Only took a couple minutes. Nice. Got a good fire going. Gonna melt some snow after I eat this. I still have like maybe a tiny bit of my Nalgene. I did better on drinking water today because we were moving a lot. We needed to. I was eating snow along the way quite a bit too, actually. I know they say don't do that, but I think if you only do a little bit, don't rely on it. It's not too big a deal. I'm pretty comfortable. Are you cold at all?
No.
No?
I can't believe it.
The only thing I'm cold is my toes, but I didn't switch out my boots or my socks yet. I did put on long johns when we got here. I didn't want to hike in them. I don't want to sweat, but I do have extra socks to change into. And this sleep system tonight is going to be heavenly, man. I know it.
Oh, I'm excited.
It's going to be so warm.
Nice firm mattress.
So, this isn't what we had planned, but I'm having a lot of fun. This feels like real camping to me. Now we know that lake is much farther or much harder to get to. Maybe we can come back and do a day hike there, break the trail, and then, if possible, if it's not so far, come back with the sleds another day.
That'd be nice.
Because after how long? We only were on a trail for, I want to say, like 1/4 of this hike, not even. And then we were breaking trail the whole way.
So much longer than in the winter than in the summer.
Right. Anyways, it's good. Having fun. Feel at home now over here. This thing makes a huge difference. Got some water boiled up. Had my lentil soup. Didn't rinse it out because, you know, it froze in there. This water bottle is getting a little frozen on the sides. So let's add the gray water to the clear Nalgene. Oh, look at that! Some to spare for my next little melt. Not so bad. A little lentily. Oh, look at it. It's alright. It's winter camping. But bam, Doug. The steak's got to be done. I just flipped it, but she's thin. Yeah, that's done, eh?
I think so.
Alright.
It's pretty firm, unless it's still frozen.
Alrighty. It's very tasty, especially right next to the bone.
Oh.
Got a nice char.
Personally, I like the crispy bits. Our fire is rocking, dude.
Oh yeah.
Oh my.
You just smelt some iron.
Oh. So good. It really is so good. Let me show you this fire. Look how nice and relaxed we are. Chillaxing. We got steak, tea, soon to have garlic, potatoes, onions. Not too shabby. Well, Bush,
Well,
it's 10 o'clock.
it's that time.
It's about that time.
Yeah.
Alrighty. I think we're gonna just organize our stuff and head to bed. We're both beat from hiking in here all day. Pretty warm from the fire. It's doing its job, definitely. But these sleeping bags are calling our names. Nice and warm in there and comfortable. So I will get with you guys in the morning. We will get with you guys in the morning. Have a good night. Think warm thoughts. Good night.
Brr.
Brr is right. Well, how'd you? Well, how'd you do?
Not too bad. Stayed warm. That's good.
Yeah, I stayed really warm too. 8 in the morning, so we definitely slept in. I slept hard till 3. Got up, peed a couple times. Bush said he felt something walking in the snow behind us, decently heavy or what?
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of sound like almost a human tracks or something. You feel the snow shaking, laying beside it.
I'd rather it not be human for sure. Yeah, cold. My hand is numb touching the camera. The fire did its thing. It warmed us up. It melted a big old pit there. My stuff stayed completely safe. Yours too, I'm sure. No spark holes, no burns, no melts. The tarp above us got a few spark holes, but Bush is cool with that. It's no big deal. Ain't no thing, he says. So, the agenda for today, it's family day, so we have to get home to our families. We definitely did not anticipate it taking this long to get into even where we are now. We thought we would have been at somewhere to camp, what, like an hour or 2 hours into the hike?
Yeah.
And it was, I don't know.
6.
So, but we did break trail, and we're hoping that the way in was all uphill, right?
Yeah.
Like 90% uphill. Like we're coming up into the hills to go down into the lake, and we broke trail uphill. So now we can just kind of slide downhill. Is the general consensus. So hopefully we get out in maybe 2-ish hours. But I'm really glad. Like last night, I was like, man, let's just bail. You know what I mean? Let's come back for our gear, whatever. And Bush sensibly talked me out of that, and we set up, and it was fun. Like I'm glad we did. If I was by myself, I would have bailed and come back. But I'm glad we stayed. I had a fun time.
Yeah, me too.
This is like a really cool shelter you whipped up. We really busted our butts and got into gear when we Bush came back from that hike, and that like 500-meter hike or whatever, looking for the lake. And when he came back and didn't find it, I was like, we seriously need to talk now. And he's like, yeah, I know. It's like we either need to bail or build shelter. And when we decided this was the spot we were going to build the shelter, we really stepped it up. Bush got his shovel on, and I got all that wood. And yeah, man, this is one of the most comfortable winter nights I've spent. What about you?
I think it is for sure. Besides maybe that one time you're a snow tracker, but that was much earlier in the season.
Well, you can't compare.
No, that was even winter.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I hope this was an interesting video for you. I know it wasn't the length that I normally do, and it wasn't really the most in-depth thing, but you've seen all that before, and this is definitely different for me. This is an impromptu, unknown shelter spot, unknown camp overnight. So, yeah. Could have been if we didn't have as much gear as we did to stay luxurious. We were saying last night, could have been a survival situation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you're literally in a survival bivvy right now. But we did.
Pretty slippery.
But we did have our gear, and we had. I know we had more than enough adequate gear to stay warm and good, and that's the key. So I'll probably film a little bit walking out, but I think this is mainly the end of the video. If you want to stick around and watch our antics trying to get on out of here, it might be a little amusing. Couple things, go check out my Instagram. I stay very active on there. I have lots of cool, fun stuff on there, more family stuff, humorous stuff. I have merch. I have new mugs out, so I'll put the link in the bio. Go check that out, please. And I'm going to be doing a series, a shelter build series, where I go out almost every day and build some, like about a half an hour long video, and put it up pretty currently, what's the word? My hand's burning from touching this. Put it up in succession pretty quickly. It's not going to be on my property. It's going to be out in the middle of the woods. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Say bye, Boosh.
Peace.
Goodbye. Oh my goodness, we had to get this warming fire going. Packing up, touching the cold material really does a number on your hands. So this little warming fire. And I'm roasting trying to melt my Cliff Bar. It's working. Anyways, this is doing a lot for me, at least for morale. Almost all done. Look at the size of that footprint we made.
Oh yeah.
She's decent. That back wall is legit.
Two man setup.